Hello everyone, here we will be solving some important numericals from the chapter motion. Before solving numericals, I would like you to learn few formulae which is necessary in this chapter, okay, for doing numericals of course. So here I'll not be explaining or I'll not be giving the definition how we derive this formula that we have already done in our previous lesson, okay. So the formulas are: number one, mechanical advantage equals to load by effort. Mechanical advantage is the ratio of load by effort. Here we will be doing the formulas which is necessary for us to do numericals in this chapter, okay. Number two, velocity ratio. Velocity ratio equals to velocity of effort by velocity of load. It is also written as velocity ratio equals to displacement of effort by displacement of load, okay. Remember this formula. Efficiency means ratio of output work to input work. Efficiency, if we are writing it in terms of percentage, we will multiply by 100, okay. If we do in terms of percentage into 100%, efficiency will be like this, okay. If we have to write in percentage, otherwise leave it like this only. Next, mechanical advantage equals to effort arm by load arm. This is more common than this one, okay. This is more common. We see we have to use this formula more than this which is given previously, okay. Next we have principle of lever. Principle of lever equals to is not equals to, principle of lever is load into load arm equals to effort into effort arm, okay. If you know this much, then we can easily solve all the numericals from this chapter. So let us proceed to the question number 1 without wasting our time. A crowbar of length 120 cm has its fulcrum situated at a distance of 20 cm from the load. Okay, there's a crowbar. Total length of the crowbar is 120 cm and its fulcrum is situated at a distance 20 cm from the load. Load means what we are going to lift with the help of this crowbar, okay. Calculate the mechanical advantage. We will be starting with a very simple problem. This is the very simple problem, or in fact the simplest of all in this chapter. So first of all, let us understand what is crowbar. A crowbar is something like this, okay. Total length is 120 cm. Suppose this is the fulcrum, this length will be 20 cm. So if this is 20, this one will be 100, this is 100, this is 20, altogether 120 cm, okay. Let us understand like this, but we cannot do like this in our diagram and in our copy. So what I have done is, let this be our crowbar, okay. Total length 120 cm. If this is the load, this is the fulcrum, this is 20, then from here to here 100, so total it will become 120, okay. Now let AB be the crowbar, okay. Thus AB equals to 120 cm, that I have understood because total length of the crowbar is 120 cm. Let F be the fulcrum. F is the fulcrum, okay. So this machine, this crowbar rotates about this point F, okay. Now therefore AF equals to 20 cm, because the load is kept at the distance 20 cm from the fulcrum, means AF should be 20 cm. So this will be our load arm, because it is the distance from the load to the fulcrum. It is our load arm. Since AF equals to 20, I have already told you FB will become 100 cm, because total length is 120 cm. Don't forget that, okay. If AF is 20 cm, it is because it is the distance from the load to the fulcrum, which means the remaining distance of the crowbar should be 120 minus 20 equals to 100 cm. So this length is 100 cm, isn't it? Since point A is the load, so our point B will be the effort. So the distance from fulcrum to point B, FB, will become our effort arm, okay. Now I have already told you the formula for mechanical advantage is effort arm by load arm. Mechanical advantage equals to effort arm by load arm. Put the value of effort arm 100, load arm is 20, therefore mechanical advantage equals to 5. That is, mechanical advantage is effort arm by load arm. Effort arm by load arm 21, 25. So mechanical advantage is 5. Alright, this was the easiest one. Now let us move to our next topic. There's a little bit error in this problem, not in this problem but in this presentation. Ignoring that, let us go to the question. A crowbar, again crowbar, 4 meter long. Now the length of the crowbar is 4 meter, has its fulcrum 50 centimeter from one end. Okay, what minimum effort is required to displace a weight of 500 kgf? And second part is calculate the mechanical advantage of the crowbar. Again crowbar is given 4 meter long, okay, and its fulcrum is situated at 50 centimeter from one end. So first of all, out here one is given in what you call meter, another one in centimeter. Okay, so what will I do first? First I'll give, okay, I have already solved it, so let me explain you. Load arm, okay, it's simple. Alright, now again, if this is the crowbar, total is 4 meter, this is the fulcrum, okay, has its fulcrum, or crowbar has its fulcrum 50 centimeter from one end, which means if this is the load which is being raised from here to here, it is 50 centimeter. Okay, so load arm is 50 centimeter. I want to write this in meter because out here total length is given in meter, so I'll write this 50 centimeter in meter. So my load arm will become 50 centimeter equals to 0.5 meter. Don't forget what is load arm. If this is the load, this is the fulcrum, from load to the fulcrum is load arm. Okay, so since fulcrum is 50 centimeter from one end, of course the distance from the load to the fulcrum will be small. While using crowbar, distance from the load to the fulcrum will be smaller length. Okay, keep that in mind, it's very important. I'll repeat again. The distance in a crowbar, the distance from load to the fulcrum will be the smaller length. Okay, so load arm is 0.5 meter. So what will be our effort arm? Total length is 4, load arm is 0.5 meter, means effort arm will become 4 meter minus 0.5 meter equals to 3.5 meter. So I have got my load arm, I have got my effort arm. Okay, and one more thing is given. What is given? Load is given, because how much weight we have to displace? We have to displace the weight of 500 kgf. This is our load. Okay, so to lift this load, how much effort is needed? To do that, we need principle of lever. According to principle of lever, load into load arm equals to effort into effort arm. Load into load arm equals to effort into effort arm. Therefore effort will become, so this load and load arm will be in its own place, this effort arm will go in the denominator, so effort will become load into load arm by effort arm. Actually I don't have to explain your cross multiplication. By this standard you will know how to do cross multiplication. Okay, so my effort will become, put the value 500, oh, so sorry, okay, yeah, let's put the value now. Load is 500, load arm is 0.5, effort arm is 3.5. how do I put the value? So solving all this, we get effort equals to 71.43 kilogram force. Okay, now our next part is calculate the mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is load by effort. Mechanical advantage is load by effort, put the value, get the result. Otherwise you can do mechanical advantage is effort arm by load arm. In this, okay, you can, it's very easy. Okay, now I can explain you one thing from this numerical. Actually it's very good. So we know the formula for mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is load by effort, isn't it? So put the value of load 500, put the value of effort 71.43. so we got mechanical advantage 7. We have one more formula for mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage equals to effort arm by load arm. How much is effort arm? 3.5. How much is load arm? 0.5. Cancel this, 1 the 7 the. So mechanical advantage is 7. So we can solve this either by using formula. Mechanical advantage is load by effort, or we can solve it by formula. Mechanical advantage is effort arm by load arm. In both the cases we are getting the answer 7, which means both the formula are absolutely correct. Okay, our last numerical for now. This is our, I think this is our last numerical. Yeah, our last numerical. Now look at this diagram. Okay, observe this diagram. There's a fixed support given. Okay, there's a load of 5 kgf at A. There's the effort at point B. To which class of lever does it belong? I have already told you how to remember. There are 3 classes: class 1, class 2 and class 3. How to remember class 1, class 2 and class 1? It's very easy. Fulcrum is in between. Okay, if you see the fulcrum in between, it is class 1. But out here the fulcrum is not in between, it is in one side. Okay, F, look at that. So how to know whether it belongs to second or third? I have told you to understand one example, an example of a fire tongue, isn't it? In fire tongue, load is always at one end and fulcrum at other end. So what is in between? Effort. If there is effort in between, this is a third class lever. But out here, look at our diagram. What is in between? Load is in between. So which class lever does it belong to? It belongs to second class lever. Okay. Now part B. If FA equals to 80 centimeter, if FA equals to 80 centimeter, FA, okay, FA means our load arm, because A is load, F is fulcrum. So load arm is 80 centimeter and AB is 20 centimeter. Now remember here, AB is not effort arm. Okay, don't say AB is effort arm, because A is not a fulcrum. Load arm, effort arm, we always calculate from the fulcrum. In this case, this is load arm. Why? Because F is fulcrum. If I have to calculate effort arm, I have to calculate from fulcrum till effort. Effort arm will be from fulcrum till effort. So our effort arm will be FA plus AB. Now let us go step by step. Given FA equals to 80 centimeter, alright, which means it is load arm. AB is 20 centimeter. Okay, now what will be the value of FB? FB will become FA plus AB, which is 20 plus 80 equals to 100 centimeter. 80 plus 20 equals to 100 centimeter, which means it is load effort arm, because our effort is at B. We always measure from fulcrum, so it is our effort arm. Okay, so mechanical advantage as usual, effort arm by load arm, put the value, get the result. What happened? Therefore mechanical advantage is effort arm is 100, load arm is 80, so 100 by 80, 1.25. so our mechanical advantage is 1.25. we got answer for B also. Now for C, calculate the value of effort. Okay, this is the most common numerical. This is the most common numerical where you have to find effort. Okay, some load and all these things will be given, mechanical advantage will be given, you have to find effort. For this, simply use the principle of lever. According to principle of lever, effort into effort arm equals to load into load arm. I want effort, so I'll keep effort in one place and I'll take this effort arm in denominator of other side. Okay, cross multiplication. So what will be our next step? Therefore effort equals to load, and load arm will stay in its own place, effort arm will go down. Okay, cross multiplication. So put the value, get the result. Now therefore effort equals to load is 5, load arm is 80. 5 into 80 by effort arm is 100, like this. Load means how much is the load which we have given, 5 into load arm, we have already got load arm 80 by effort arm is 100. So 0 0 cancel, 5 1 5, 5 2 10, 2 1 2, 2 4 8. So our effort is equal to 4 kgf. Alright, so these are the basic numericals, and I want you all to make this take this as a basic lesson, or make this as a base, and try to learn as many numericals as possible. If you have any problem, you can always write down in the comment, or you can WhatsApp me.